Streaming live, Full Velocity TV begins now.
Welcome to the Full Velocity Racing Network live tonight at the Knoxville Raceway. It is Sunday night, so it's undoubtedly time for another round of DWR Sunday Shootout Racing here in the thralls of season number 3. And we're happy to have you here live tonight via Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. Welcome aboard, everybody. Phil the cast here, along with my partner, Mr. Todd Stanton, alongside. And Todd, I was a scramble getting us on the air probably about 90 seconds ago. We figured out we had the wrong stuff inputted, and we had to scramble to get this thing live, but I think, Hank, somehow we did it. We ready to rock?
Yeah, definitely ready to rock here as I went live, and I thought I was live as I was chit-chatting with the DWR crew, as I always do after a race and right before we come into the racing order. So was chit-chatting with those guys, and I thought I hit live, and I did hit live. I was live, but I wasn't streaming to anything because I forgot to change the links like I normally do on Full Velocity Race Network. Got to thank Phil for coming to my aid here tonight as I was trying to get into the server here. Heat race number 1's already locked and loaded there, Phil. They're already lining up there on pit road.
Yes, they are. So by the grace of God, and if my browser and stuff would work with me, we'll take you through the lineup here for heat race number 1. It looks like we're going to be stacked with 3 heats tonight here at DWR Sunday Shootout Series. On the pole of Heat 1 going to be the number 73 of Stephen Moore with the 631 car of Alex Cummings alongside. In row number 2 aboard the 11, that is Kyle Moyer. Next door to him, the number 20, that is Greg Tuberville. In row number 3, the number 1 car is Alex Brewer with the Evil One, the number 21 of Jim Revis alongside. In row 4, we find the Justin Pruitt, number 07 on the inside with the 073 of Steve Robbins on the outside. In our 5th and final row, we find the number 83 of Ryan Oakes and our broadcast colleague, Raging Ron Piles, along the 68. He's going to start shotgun from position number 10. Todd, 10 drivers, 8 laps of this here at heat races tonight with the street stocks at Knoxville. That's going to set the stage for a really great night of racing here live on the network. Part number 2 of our big doubleheader about to go green flag racing here. We're going to thank our sponsors, of course, that make the Full Velocity Racing Network go round. Got to thank guys like Tyler over at Hannibal Record Service, Jeff Brown at iRacing, iFlag, Vlad, and Sam, and all the gang over at BladeNode.com. Our buddy Jake Keel over at Monstar Productions, TDR Racing League, Har Motorsports, Full Throttle with the Gent, and of course Evil One Graphics, all our presenting sponsors tonight live as we get on the airwaves and ready to go racing, Todd. And it looks like this time off of turn number 4, the iRacing Pace truck going to make its way onto pit road, and for the very first time with the street stocks iRacing, iFlag, green flag goes up in the air.
As they come down the front straightaway here in Knoxville, it doesn't feel like we were here not too long ago, Phil, as we just ended the broadcast with the modifieds. Now the street stocks out there, same guys just about here. The 73 of Stephen Moore out to the early advantage. So the 631 of Alex Cummings running in that second spot. The number 11 of Kyle Moyer running third, and that's going to be a guy to put your lookers on there. The number 11 of Kyle Moyer, they said that he was extremely, extremely fast in practice sessions that they've had here. So look out for Kyle Moyer here tonight. Greg Tuberville running in that 4th spot. 5th is the number 1 of Alex Brewer.
Alex Brewer up to the 5th spot and going to look to dig on the low side for position number 4. Down on turn number 3, that's an awesome looking number 20 there for Greg Tuberville. Big hats off. That's a cool looking paint. believe that was a CNC race design paint there. I can't confirm that, but I believe it was. But Turberville there with the number 20 car on the outside, rolling in fourth. Brewer going to look back to the low side there into turn number 1. Can't make something work of that. Jim Revis with 21. He's going to start creeping up in the fight as well as their single file for the top 5. Races for 6 Todd down the back straightaway.
Yeah, races for the 6th spot is Jim Revis now starting to knock on the door. The number 1 of Alex Brewer. Brewer right now holding on to the top 5. I believe 4 transfer on here to the main. The rest will go to the soup here tonight. 24 cars, I believe they're going to start 24 to 26 cars here for the feature event here in Knoxville. And great racing going on for that 5th spot. But right now, Tuberville in 4th in the number 20 machine. Out front, though, it's been all Stephen Moore aboard that 73 machine.
I'm going to hope I get the alphabet soup tonight. It maybe comes with meatballs and good tomato sauce as well, because I'm a little bit hungry up here right now. That would sound awfully good. We race off into turn number 1 and 2. Stephen Moore going to lead the field there in his number 73 car. Rolling in that 2nd spot, Alex Cummings, that 631. Kaya Moyer still digging there in 3rd. Tuberville holding on for 4th. Then that good race going on for that 5th spot between Brewer and the 1 and Revis of the 21. Jim keeps trying to look down to the low side, just can't find that grip down there. Good race going on as hit number 3.
As they complete lap number 5, still 3 laps remaining here. Is now the 21 of Revis down to the bottom, side by side with Alex Brewer down the back straightaway. Brewer is flirting with the wall there, that number 1 machine. That's going to allow him to back out of the throttle just a tad bit. The 21 of Revis down to the bottom side, trying to take over that 5th spot and trying to set his sights on the number 20 of Greg Tuberville. Revis now moves into 5th, so he has 2 more laps to do it here to try to get inside the top 4 as Revis now starting to reel in the number 20 at Tuberville.
Yeah, gotta be in that top 4 if you want to race your way into the A main and avoid that alphabet soup as they hit into 3 and 4 here. This time, white flag gonna go with the air, 1 more trip around for the race leader, Stephen Moore, the 73. Cummings in there with a solid 2nd spot. Kaya Moyer running there very comfortably in 3rd. That look is for the 4th spot. Tuberville has it. Revis going to try to make a move to the low side, slides up the racetrack off with number 2. He's going to have 1 more chance here to 3 and 4 to make something happen. Jim going to drive that car deep into 3 and 4, but I don't think it's going to have that momentum off the 4th corner. Checkered flag going to go in the air. Give heat race number 1 to Stephen Moore. Alex Cummings going to be in for 2nd. Moyer for 3rd. Tuberville going to run a 4th. 5th on the outside looking in, going to be Jim Revis, also Alex Brewer, Justin Pruitt, and the rest all back there rounding out heat race number 1. It's a good run by those guys, but there's some really good solid race cars, Todd, that are going to go off into the soup here later on. We got a lot of good racing left to go, and this one's going to be an awful lot of fun.
Definitely, like you said, Phil, it's going to be an awful lot of fun tonight here on the Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for eSport racing. Do not forget star donations out there. Helps us keep our broadcast low, helps us replace equipment that we need to do. If you like what we do here on the Full Velocity Racing Network, make sure stars donations come our way. It's a good way to be a part of the Full Velocity Racing Network. Also, you can be a sponsor here. Many sponsorship opportunities for the Full Velocity Racing Network out there. Hit us up on Facebook. Go visit our brand new website, FullVelocityTV.com. Go visit them and find out what kind of sponsorship package you can roll in. We'll give you a sponsorship. No sponsorship's too big. No sponsorship's too small. For us here at Full Velocity Racing Network, we'll make sure we get you a package that fits your needs here, and you'll be able to be on our airwaves each and every night that we come out here. And gotta thank those guys. Gotta thank everybody out there on YouTube. We're getting ready for a heat race, YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook, I should say, as get ready for heat race number 2. It's going to go away like this. Starting on the pole, going to be the driver of the 319. That's David Brewer. It's Isabel outside, driving the 117. That's going to be Derek Dupree. Inside row number 2, starting in the 3rd starting position. That's number 8. That's Austin Miners. And outside end, that's a Tennessee Tumbler, driving the 124. That's Brett Rolls. Inside row number 3, starting in that 5th starting position, that's the number 91, that's Tyson Pankow. And this dance part of the outside, driving the number 12 machine, that's Electric Eric Eichstead aboard the number 12. Rolling off 7th with the number 17, that's Chad Bird aboard the number 17. And Casey Brunson rolls off 8th on the outside there, the 010. And the final row on the field here in heat race number 2, going to be the 01 of Daniel Price and Steve Reduce aboard the number 78.
Pretty good little 10-car field right there for their 8-lap voyage around the Knoxville Raceway. The David Brewer, Derek Dupree, that's a pretty solid front row. Austin Miners and Brett Rolls in that 2nd row. That's pretty stoked as well. Pankow and Eichstadt in that 3rd row. I mean, they're solid all the way around here. But off turn number 4, iRacing, I flag, green flag going up in the air. We are racing off into the first turn. David Brewer versus Derek Dupree, and keep an eye on that 8 car of Austin Miners. He's going to try to make it happen there from the inside of the second row, but Dubry getting a little bit loose to the outside lane, put Myers up to second. We hit 3 for the first time.
Like you said, Myers up to that second spot. Austin Myers in the number 8 machine now battling for the lead side by side with a 319 of Brewer. Brewer's going to barely nip him at the line there. This is going to lead lap number 1 of 8 here as we have 7 more circuits around Knoxville. Here comes Brett, rolls down to the bottom side of Derek Dubry, side by side battle for that third spot. But put Austin Myers to the lead around David Brewer.
Yeah, Austin Myers going to lead the field here, and Brewer going to fall back down what's going to be a 3-car race for second. Dubry there in that 117. Rolls also there as well. When you look behind them, Todd, you got a 3-wide battle right behind these guys with Eric Eichstadt and Tyson Pankow and Casey Brunson back there. Those guys all going after it because you've got to be the top 4 if you want to advance on to the 8 from here. And we're already working lap number 3, and these guys really getting after it, not only for second, for fourth, but also back there on back. It is good racing over Knoxville right now. Minor's going to lead the field off of 4.
And Minor's starting to pull away in that number 8 machine. David Brewer running in second, but he's under heavy pressure from the 117 and the 124. 3 wide for the second spot. Rolls down to the bottom side. And that 124 machine there temporarily. Brewer able to come out of that corner pretty hot there in the 319 machine on the top shelf. But here comes Rolls back down to the bottom side by side for the second spot. Rolls down on the bottom. Cannot get that forward bite off the corner. He's going to fall back in the clutches of Debris there momentarily, but Rolls trying to roll that bottom.
Yeah, it certainly is. He tries to deep down in the corner here. Look at the move for Casey Brunson as well. He's going to enter the fight. Make that a 4-car race after the second position on that back chute. David Brewer holding on, but just by the end of his fingernails here as Rolls is there. Brunson there. Dubry as well also entering the fight. And I believe off the corner, that 5th car in line. That's Eric Eichstadt with 12 and a new Luke Payton scheme there I haven't seen yet. Eric Eichstadt in the mix. Look at that, 3 wide for second off of 2.
Yeah, great little pace schemes out there here this evening. We're still 3 wide for the third spot. Debris up on the outside. Here comes Brunson driving it down deep into the corner there on the bottom. And that 010 machine, Eichstadt gets a tad bit loose. He gathers it back in there. Able to hold on to that 6th position there. That number 12 machine as we get 2 more trips around the Knoxville Speedway here. The number 8 of Austin Myers, your current race leader. Second is David Brewer. Brewer trying to put a gap between himself and Casey Brunson as Brunson was able to move into that 3rd spot, trying to gather it back in here as we're going to get white flag off of turn number 4.
Off of 4, white flag going to go in the air, and that final transfer spot right now is between Rolls and Eichstadt. Rolls in the high lane. Eichstadt trying to make it happen. Letting her eke down on the low side. Tries it deep in a 1 and 2. Going to slide up the hill. Slams the door shut. On Rolls, put Eichstadt to that 4th and final transfer now into turn number 3 and 4. And can he hold on? We know off the corner, easily coming in for the win here. The 8 car of Austin Minor is going to take down the win. Second, going to go to David Brewer. Third, going to go to is that Casey Brunson and that Eric Eichstadt, number 12. He's going to hold on for 4th. Brett Rolls, Derek Dubry, Tyson Pankow, Chad Bird. Those are the likes of guys we're going to see running the soup here in just a little bit. So these guys are really, really getting after it so far. 2 heat races in the books. They have been fantastic as per normal every night over here at DWR. The racing is always superb, and this one here on a Sunday night is looking to be a great one. We got 10 more drivers, Todd, ready, hungry to go at it for heat race number 3. So our starting lineup as they'll roll away will be on the pole with the number 61 car. That is Josh Peacock, and alongside in the number 97, Big Monkey, Rocky Batfield. In run number 2, we saw him win a little while ago in the UMP Modifies, the driver of car number 3. That is Barrett Bishop, and alongside in the 06, that is Matthew Everett. In the 3rd row aboard the 012, that is Braden Richards with a double dot 9. That is Joshua Ely on the outside of row number 3. Row number 4, we find the 67 of Sawyer Swiatek, along with the number 13 of Caleb Ramsey. And in our final row, the number 9 of Chris Miller with the number 71, the Iceman, Daniel Stifler. I look at this field, Todd, and all I can think about it is, wow, this is going to be fun.
Yeah, going to be an interesting field here, Phil. Man, there's a lot of heavy hitters in the field here tonight. Again, Heat Race 1, Heat Race 2, Heat Race 3, even more heavy hitters in this one. And some guys really far back there, so we'll see what's going to happen here. Stifler not making the call there in the number 71, so we have 9 cars out there out of the 10 here for this 8-lap heat race number 3. That's going to end our heat races for the evening. Don't forget to like and share on us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. If you have not liked our YouTube or even followed our YouTube or followed our Twitch, make sure you guys go ahead and do so, and make sure that we're going to have some Twitch exclusives, some things coming on. I know we're going to start Madden football tournaments here eventually.
Buddy.
That's going to be coming up soon between Phil and myself. You may have to be rated R to see some of that stuff, but it's going to be rather interesting to see what's happening. We may play with it a little bit later, may go live on the stream. Yeah, you may see some Madden football coming your way here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. As that iRacing.com pace truck pulls down the iRacing I flag. Green flag is out, as I was trying to jump the gun there. As green flag is out to 61. Leading the charge with Josh Peacock to 97. To Rocky Batfield running in second. Look at that number 3 machine of Bear Bishop already up to third.
That was a really good-looking 3-car rolling in that third turn, but Batfield already going to look to the low side of Peacock for the race lead into 3 and 4. Josh puts that launch pedal down, keeps that momentum rolling. They're also racing back here for the 4th spot on back, as right now we give that 4th spot to Everett, but Braden Richards, Josh Ely, and that hungry group behind Todd, they're all in there. That's a lot of cars racing for 5th on the 2.
Yeah, definitely a lot of cars racing, like you said, for that 5th spot. As the 5th spot right now being held by Richards in that 010 machine, just trying to hold on there. Here comes the 009 and Josh Ely. Ely trying to work over the top shelf of the Speedway. He's going to move himself into that 6th spot and probably set his sights here for the 012 of Braden Richards. Now look at Everett. Everett's looking down to the bottom here of the 3 of Bear Bishop. So is Rocky Batfield looking down to the bottom of the 61 machine, side by side for the race lead.
Yes, they are. Rocky then driving deep into 3 and 4, but that grip on the outside lane, you can see it right now. 61 lays up on that cushion. That car rolls that corner beautifully. Hold on to the lead there for Josh Peacock, but into 1 and 2. Rocky going to drive it deep, attempt to slide up the hill, but not going to be able to make the pass. About to fall back in line, opening the door for Bear Bishop in the 3-car. Now Matthew Evers in the 06. It's a 4-car race up front for the lead in a 3.
Yeah, 4-car race, and that's the top 4 there that make it on to the feature. Like you said, Phil, the rest go to the alphabet of soup here tonight. Going by that start finish line, we have 4 in, 4 to go. That's halfway home for all those out there in Full Velocity Racing Network land. Here comes the number 97 machine down to the bottom side. That is Battenfield. Down to the bottom of the 61 again, trying to get around Josh Peacock. Cannot do so. Can't get that forward bite off the corner, but he's going to keep trying. Down to the turn number 3. Battenfield down to the bottom. Hub sucking down there. And then number 97 machine.
He is, but he's not going to make it work. But what may happen here, Todd, is this race will transfer spot a really good one into turn number 1. Braden Richards with a run to the outside of Matthew Everett through the corner. So keep an eye on that battle there as Richards well up to the outside. Now Everett's going to return the favor to Bear Bishop. They'll go door to door for 3rd. We continue door to door for the race lead off of 4.
Yeah, they're right there side by side next to each other. We got Popsicle 6 in the air. 2 more trips around Knoxville here for heat race number 3. Batfield way down to the bottom, hitting the hub there, trying to pull a slider on the 61. Cannot pull it off there through 1 and 2. May have to work through 3 and 4 here for that number 97 machine. They're getting ready to come up on white flag here off of turn number 4. Batfield back down to the bottom, side by side with the 61. Cannot have it here off of turn 4. So 1 more try he's going to have. White flag in the air.
1 more trip around, and that white flag does not mean surrender because these guys are not giving up the fight. Batfield with a big move there into turn number 1, almost slamming the door shut. Peacock going to fire back to the inside, throwing a little bit of a slider of his own. He'll reassume the lead into 3 and 4 as we race here for the win and for the final transfer off the corner. Looks like Peacock may hold on. Batfield may hold on for 2nd, but for 3rd on back, going to be anybody's guess. I believe Bishop's going to pick up 3rd. Matthew Everett's going to hold on by just the skin of his fingernails over Braden Richards, who's going to finish 5th. Caleb Ramsey, Josh Ely, Sawyer Swaytek, Chris Miller going to run out the 9-car field here. Also, Stifler was out there. He was 2 laps down, so all 10 did make an appearance. But, man, that was pretty good there, Todd. Any indication of these 3 heat races, this soup is going to be intense. So this feature tonight, I don't know what more to say. I'm speechless.
Yeah, going to be rather interesting here. And, man, the C-Main. Look at the C-Main here. Jim Revis involved in this one. Braden Richards. Again, it's going to be 2 consolation events. Not really the soup there, Phil. So 2 consolation events here tonight. Not sure what they're taking out of these. Maybe you have that information handy as we're in the C-Main here. And it's going to be a rather good one here as there's a lot of good cars here.
Looking like, if what I'm reading is correct, looking like we're taking 7 here out of the C and... See, as I'm clicking on through to try, it looks like we're going to get, yeah, I think you're right. We may get 2 kind of B mains out of this, I believe. That's going to be the format we're rolling with here. So We'll call C main, B main number 1, whatever it may be. On the pole is going to be car number 21, the evil one, Jim Revis, with the number 012 of Braden Richards alongside. In row number 2, we have the 117 of Derek Dubree with the 07 of Justin Pruitt alongside. In our third row, we find Joshua Ely aboard the double dot 9 with the number 17 of Chad Bird, cart next door. In row number 4, we find Raging Ron Piles of the 68 with Hard Motorsports teammate, car number 9, Chris Miller alongside. And in our final row, all by his lonesome back there aboard car number 78, going to be Stephen Radoon. So 9 drivers going to make the call, and it looks like the top 7 going to advance their way on, I believe, into the A. It may be the B. I believe we got 2 B mains, but even I can't be so sure.
Yeah, I'm thinking there's 2 consolation events and how this works here, Phil, and I'm sure somebody will chime in and let us know here. Sometimes when you're doing multiple broadcasts, sometimes you forget it, and even though you do these broadcasts all the time, it does change every once in a while, especially with car counts, things that go on here. But again, got to thank everybody for tuning in here. This is going to be the C main. It is going to be the number 21 of Jim Revis, and Braden Richards is going to lead him down to get this green flag here. So if we're calling for 7, 2 cars are going to go home here. Going to have to put them on the trailer here in Knoxville for this first C main, so we'll see what's going to happen. Who the guys going to have to go home here tonight? We don't want to send anybody home, but unfortunately that has to be had here this evening in Knoxville. That iRacing.com pace truck going to pull down to pit road here in just a moment, so we can get that iRacing I flag, green flag here, as these guys are locked and loaded, restack, repack, green flags in the air for the iRacing I flag, green flag down into turn number 1. The 21 leads the charge.
Jim Revis going to lead the field in the turbo 1 and 2. Braden Richards going to try to fall in for second. But here comes Dubree off the bottom, trying to make it shake there in that 117 to the low side. Richards able to hold off that challenge. They'll go door to door once again into turn number 3. Dubree going to attempt to run the low side. The 07 up top, Justin Pruitt. He's going to look to make it the run for the 3rd spot off of 4.
Pruitt having a good run on the top shelf of the Speedway over Derek Dubree right now. Looks like the top side starting to roll in just a tad bit in the favor of Justin Pruitt. Pruitt now going to muscle it down into off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Going to muscle into the 3rd spot there temporarily. Here comes the 117 of Derek Dubree back down to the bottom, side by side battle still going on for that 3rd spot.
Certainly is a good one. Now we have a race for the lead as Richards going to look to the low side of Jim Revis heading into turn number 1. Ready to charge down there real deep. Can Jim keep that momentum fired up high? He certainly can. You know the evil one. He can certainly do it. 21 car versus the 12 racing for the lead. They're still side by side for 3rd. Pruitt alongside of Dubree back there with a good race going on, and also that white car to the outside. That is Joshua Ely, that double dot 9. Josh going to rolling up high. Good 3-car race for 3rd in the front stretch.
Yeah, like you said, good 3-car race for that 3rd spot. Ely trying to work into the middle portion of those 2 cars right directly in front of him. Dubree and those up to Pruitt not able to do anything, but I tell you what, Braden Richards all over the rear bumper, the 21 to Jim Revis through turns number 3 and off of turn number 4. Revis able to keep him at bay. We know as long as this track keeps going, his setup gets faster there. Richards gives a little bit of contact, a little bit of rubbing there to the number 21 as they come down to turn number 1. This side by side here through turn number 2. But look at the momentum for the 21 on the outside as it comes down the back straightaway. Richards catches him pretty quickly. 3 wide battle now. Meanwhile, right behind him for that 3rd spot.
Yep, certainly is. Good 3-car dance there as well for position number 3 off the corner. They settle that back amongst themselves. They'll continue to race for the lead as we go halfway home here in the C main in the turn number 1 and 2. Richards now going to take the lead from Revis, but not so fast. Says Jim Revis, that 21 car. I am going back to the low side. I am going to steal that lead back from the 012. Jim going to claim his fame back to the top. Richards now going to fire back to the low side. Off of 4. Tail of 2 up front. Revis versus Braden Richards for the race lead headed toward 1.
Yeah, Braden Richards back down to the bottom side. He's going to pull another slider. He's indeed going to do so. Crossover maneuver by the 21. And Revis fires back down to the inside, side by side, off of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, Revis trying to hold a slider of his own here through turn number 3. Is Richards going to be able to hold on to that momentum on the top shelf of the Speedway? He is indeed going to be able to do so. Off of turn number 4, gives the lead here temporarily to Braden Richards here across that start-finish line.
Yeah, we've got sliders going on. We're playing some soup. I am getting awfully hungry. If I could put my own order in. Miss Mindy out there, Mindy guys, hey, what's for dinner? Can you throw us a little something over here in the booth tonight? Because we're working it hard this evening as we play it out here at the Full Velocity Racing Network. Braden Richards and Jim Revis going toe-to-toe for the race lead off of 4. They keep swapping lanes, throwing slide job after slide job. at the line to get 2 to go. Give Remus the lead, but Richards going to fire it back up high. Maybe they're coming this speed car race going on for third back here, Todd. This race to the lead far, far too good.
Yeah, it's been good here, but we'll see all the battles going on throughout the Speedway here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Camera angle's able to catch the nice battle right directly behind them. Looks like Braden Richards has finally savored the top spot there in the 0-1-2 machine. The 21 of Remus now falls back into the clutches. 3 wide for the 2nd spot. Debris way down on the bottom side. Here comes Joshua Ely. Final lap down the back straightaway.
Final lap, and it looks like Braden Richards may win this dogfight after all as he hit turn number 3 and 4 with a 4-car length advantage off the corner. He can see that checkered flag out here. Braden Richards going to pick up the C main over Jim Remus in for 2nd. 3rd going to go to Joshua Ely. Derek Dupree from 4th. Justin Pruitt 5th. Chad Byrne and Raging Ron Piles grabs that final transfer spot, setting the likes of Chris Miller and Steven Redunes off on the hook for night. So that's going to do it for the C main, or I guess we call it B main number 1, Todd, as those 7 drivers, well, they advance on to the A main. We're going to take 7 more out of this B main number 2. So I'll throw it over to you. What our 9-car starting lineup?
9 cars starting lineup here for B main number 2, consolation event number 2, as I would call it up here in the Northeast here, at least the New York region portion of things. We don't call B and C mains, we call them consolation events. This is consolation event number 2. Starting on the pole, driving the 124, that is Brett Rolls, the Tennessee Tumbler. He starts on the pole. Outside of him will be the number 1, that's Alex Brewer. Inside row number 2, starting in that 3rd side position, that's driver number 13. That is Caleb Ramsey. Ramsey aboard the number 13, and his dancer brother outside driving the number 91. The FBRN sponsored machine. Love seeing that logo right there on the quarter panels. That's the number 91. That's Tyson Pancal. Starting inside row number 3 in the 5th starting position, driving the 073. That's Stephen Robbins. Robbins aboard the number 073 machine. And Sawyer Swaytek in the number 67. He's going to roll off 6. Rolling off 7th, driving the 01. That's Daniel Price. Price aboard the 01 machine here this evening. And outside him will be the number 83. That's Ryan Oakes. Oakes aboard the number 83. On a roll all by his lonesome. That's the Iceman. The number 71. That's Daniel Stifler. Stifler aboard the number 71.
They got it. 9 more drivers going to take out here for their final time here tonight. 10 laps around. Top 7 go on into the main event. And that one is going to be a Donnybrook all to its own right. But yeah, you see that, Todd? Miss Mindy out there just laid it to me. Go make my own sandwich. So, Todd, I think I got some, I think I got that 89-cent bologna today from Walmart. So, I'm going to just go make a sandwich. You think you had the rest of the show? I'm a little bit hungry, and I just got justice served.
Yeah, you did. You got the beat down there, Phil. That's fantastic. It's nice to see that every once in a while. You're usually given the beat downs. You got the beat down here this evening from Mindy out there. So thanks, Mindy, for keeping him in check here tonight on Full Velocity Racing Network. Getting ready to go green flag racing here. The iRacing high flag, green flag back out for B-main number 2, consolation event number 2. It is Brett Rolls leading the charge down to turn number 1. The 1 of Alex Brewer running in 2nd, but battling going on for the 2nd spot already. Here comes the 13 of Caleb Ramsey.
Caleb Ramsey going to try to fire down to the low side, but look at that outside lane. Get the run now. Big Bubba Tyson Pankow going to make the run up for 3rd, and then we get a gaggle of cars running back here for 4th on back as they just kind of all ship-shape through the corner. I see Stifler's car, I believe the 71. Kind of in that back. I thought that was a 71. Maybe I am wrong, and it looks like it's like 87 up to a top lane there. 83 of Ryan Oakes up there. That's who that car is. Trying to read the number there down the back straightaway. This is a group of cars, Todd, racing back here for 4th on back. But we got a race to the race lead. Brett Rose coming under fire off of 4.
Yeah, Rolls under fire from the 1 of Alex Brewer. Brewer down to the bottom side. Slide job on the 124 of Brett Rolls. Rolls back down to the bottom. Crossover kind of scathed there for the 124 machine. A little bit of contact there. But Rolls going to pull a slider of his own. Slider on the 1 of Brewer. Puts him back to the top spot. Extended slide jobs here at Knoxville Speedway here for B-main number 2. Brewer back down to the inside. Is he going to pull a slider down to turn number 1? That's no question. Here comes Brewer with a slider of his own again. Firing back on Brett Rolls.
This is some great racing tonight. These guys go out for the race lead, but look at those 2 cars up behind. Sawyer Swaytek there in that number 67. Pancal 91. Put Sawyer now up to that 3rd spot. He may look for more as they continue to stay side by side for the lead. Rolls versus Brewer off of 4.
Yeah, Rolls and Brewer going out on the end of things here so far as the Rolls down on the bottom side, but Brewer able to hold the top shelf of the Speedway. Rolls is just going away, can't get that forward bike, can't get the momentum. Sawyer on the top shelf of the Speedway, able to get by the number 91 and Tyson Pankow. Now Pankow tries it in hard and deep, trying to pick up a position of his own here. Slides up in front, makes a little bit of contact with the number 67 machine. Now alongside the number 124 of Brett Rolls.
Those guys all getting after. I think Rolls may be holding up the works on the top lane a little bit because those guys really were starting to move him out of the way. Is now Rolls and Pankow going to throw a slider back at one another. Swatek going to come to the low side of the 67. Those guys racing for second. Alex Brewer looking at his marathon as we're halfway home saying, you guys go ahead and race. I'm going to check out from here. It's 3 car lengths off the quarter. It's anybody's guess who comes out of this battle for second at this junction.
Yeah, as we got 4 laps remaining here for B-main number 2 is Brett Rolls running in that second spot. Third is the 67 machine. Switek hit the number 67, like we said, they're fighting tooth and nail there with the number 91. That's for the third spot. Caleb Ramsey in the H&L number 13 machine. He's running inside the top 5. He's currently running 5th, but making 3 wide, making maneuvers here for that number 13 machine. A little contact there between the 124 and the 67 there going into the corner. 3 wide for second again.
Somebody's going to have to cry uncle over there because that racing is just superb right now. Tyson Pankow going to break out of that battle. Give him second. Swatek going to fight back on the low side of the 67. Rolls back there losing positions as who's that third car on the outside lane there? I'm trying to read the numbers out here. Tough for me tonight. Looks like he's at the 13 of Caleb Ramsey into the fight up there. Those guys are all going after the dust as it's flying out here in Knoxville. What a terrific race at Todd. I'm sad to see this one coming to an end because this time off of 4, we're going to see white flag up in the air.
Yeah, Alex Brewer in his own area code right now in the number 1 machine as he's pulling away from the 91 and Tyson Pankow. White flag going to be up in the air as they flash by that start-finish line here for B-main number 2 going down to turn number 1. We're going to go back to the final transfer spot, which will be 7th there as Daniel Stifler now trying to throw something in there. As Stifler was on the outside looking in, a little bit of contact there with the number 073 of Steve Robbins. So that's a good battle going on, but off of turn number 4, Alex Brewer going to pick up B-main number 2. Second is going to be Tyson Pankow. Third is going to be the Caleb Ramsey machine and the 71 of Daniel Stifler going to make that final transfer spot there, Phil. So waiting to the last end there, but it's Daniel Stifler and the number 71 going to make the A-main.
Certainly is. That was a heck of a race right there, and we have had a great night of racing at DWR. Started the night with the Eichstatt Raps UMP Modified Series. We saw Barrett Bishop go to victory lane, so that was a great race to watch there. So if you haven't caught that one, go back to the archive after this one is done, because these guys at DWR have do it up in a big-time doubleheader for a Sunday night. And this shootout, man, this is the place to be right now. A 60-lap main event about to take its way onto the racetrack, and if I'm counting correctly here, Todd, I think I count a 26-car field going to take to the racetrack here for a 60-lap main event. So I'm going to toss it to you. Let's take a gander at our starting lineup.
And now your starting lineup here for the Sunday Night Shootout season number 3 here with the Dirt Warriors Racing main event here. 73 of Stephen Moore going to start on the pole. His dancer brother outside driving the number 8 here. That is Austin Miners.
In row number 2 on the inside, we find the H&L number 61 of Josh Peacock, and alongside in the 631, that's Alex Cummings.
Inside row number 3, starting in the 5th starting position, driving the 319, that's David Brewer, and rolling off in the 6th position. That's the Big Monkey, driving the number 97, that's Rocky Batfield.
Kyle Moya rolls off 11th tonight aboard car number 7th in the 11th car, and alongside in the 010, Casey Brunson.
Inside row number 5, the modified winner here tonight, driver of the number 3, that's Barrett Bishop. Bishop aboard the number 3 machine, and his dancing partner outside driving the number 20, that's Greg Tuberville.
Eric Eichstatt rolls off next aboard car number 12, and alongside the 06, Matt Everett.
Rolling off in the 13th starting position, driving the 012 machine, that's Braden Richards, and his dancing partner outside driving the number 1, that's Alex Brewer.
Jim Revis rolls off 15th in the number 21, and alongside Bubba Tyson Pankow.
Rolling off in the 17th starting position, driving the double knot 9, that's Joshua Ely. And his dancing partner outside, driving the number 13 H&L sponsored machine, that's Caleb Ramsey.
The 117 rolls off of 19th position, that is Derek Dupree, and alongside in the Team Elite number 67, Sawyer Swatek.
Rolling off 21st will be the 07 of Justin Pruitt. His dancing partner outside, the Tennessee Tumbler, driving the 124 Brett Rolls.
Car number 17 rolls off from 23rd. That is Chad Bird alongside of the 83. That is Ryan Oakes. And in our final row, the number 68, Raging Ron Piles. And the final car out there tonight, aboard the number 71, the Iceman, Daniel Stifler. The iRacing I-Flag, green flags up in the air, time for 60 circuits around the half mile. We are racing off into turn number 1.
Team H&L here in a big way there, Phil. The 73 is H&L, the 61 in H&L. They're already going for the top 2 spots. 631, I see H&L here tonight. So a lot of good drivers here all over throughout the field. The regular DWR guys, as we could say here on Sunday night shootouts. These guys battling it out hot and heavy all the way through the field. You guys see these side-by-side battles going on. They're even 3 wide there. The number 11 of Kyle Moyer way down at the bottom, letting it dig, trying to get around the number 97 of Rocky Battenfield. You're going to see a lot of these guys' setups, Phil, come in towards the end of this one. 60 laps is the distance.
I'll tell you what, watching these guys, Rocky was just in the middle, and he shucked that banana tree and somehow came out the victor in that battle right there, put Rocky Battenfield up to that 5th spot, but up front, it is still Stephen Moore in that 73. Peacock holding on for 2nd. He's had a miracle of Austin Miners in that number 8 car. He is running 3rd. David Brewer at 319. And Rocky Battenfield, he's going to look for 4th in the turn number 3 and 4.
Phil, and nobody got to hear that, but Phil got to hear that one. But we're battling it out through here. So, man, there's 3 wide, 4 wide, even through the back portions of this event. So the guys trying to make some headway here. The guys that came through the consolation events necessarily weren't slow. They're actually pretty fast, just had some bad luck, some of those drivers. So they're really beating and banging their way up to the front. I mean, they're leading on each other as much as they can to try to get towards the front, because they know the track's going to change here each and every lap. It could be the bottom, it could be the top, it could be the middle. It's going to be all over the place. You just got to follow the groove there, Phil.
Certainly do, and we're not going to talk about what just went on off air there, because I'm still a little perturbed over that one. I'm not sure how to keep the composure there, but Stephen Moore going to lead the field through turns number 3 and 4. For Joshua Peacock and Austin Miners at the top. You keep going, man. I'm just going to put the head down. You got to stop sometime. I wish y'all could hear the hazing that goes on behind the scenes when Todd hits that mute button. It's just savage.
There was no hazing going on there. We were giving a shout out to good old Donnie Garrett from NASCAR 2003. Donnie has always been the nature boy, Donnie Garrett over there in NASCAR 2003. He has a car that's specifically sponsored with some item on there. I won't say it. You guys will have to go back through the broadcast. If somebody can come up with an answer, maybe we'll find some way to give you a prize or something. I don't know. But Donnie Garrett's been a part of it, so look for that sponsor. It's rather interesting, to say the least. Is yellow flag going to fly here? The first yellow flag of the evening, Phil, and it's been good racing, but a little bit of contact brought out this yellow flag.
Sure did. Our first yellow flag of the night comes out on lap number 7, and it was racing mid-pack through the field, and I think it may have caught up the likes of maybe the 012 of Braden Richards involved. So this is going to give us an opportunity to throw us back to Todd with our first BladeNote.com Full Velocity Racing replay.
Yeah, as we got Braden Richards here just showing through the field here. Just, man, he was sideways, gets down on that berm, and comes up, yeah, by a selfie. It looks like he had a little bit of contact there to help him to go around and complete the rest of the way by Sawyer, but, man, Braden Richards made the mistake here to begin with in that 012 machine, excuse me. But he made that contact with the inside berm, and sometimes that propels you back up the track, and it was hard for him to control, not able to gather it back up. Around and out he goes, but he's able to join the tail of the field. At least that's the least of his worries.
I gotta think so as well. So Braden going to get it all begathered up there with, I guess you could call that a selfie there for Braden Richards in the 012. So hopefully we'll get that, hey, and post that out there in social media sometime. From the 012 camp, we'll have to see. And I think that was a little weird there, but we'll let that kind of go. Hopefully we don't get anything for that one. But looks like we're going to get the 1-to-go signal this time off of turn number 4, and we find Stephen Moore up there in the 73 car leading over Josh Peacock. Austin Minor is running 3rd. David Brewer 4th with Rocky Battenfield in the top 5. 6th is Kyle Moyer. Alex Cummings is 7th. Eric Eichstadt running 8th. Barrett Bishop is 9th. And Casey Brunson can run out our top 10. Todd is, we're only on lap number 10. We got 50 more laps to go. So pull them belt tights and cinch those gloves up, because we're about to host a fist out here in Knoxville.
Yeah, we're going to throw it here, and man, it's going to be a shootout here, like you said here, Sunday night shootout for DWR guys here. Always a fantastic race that we have going on Sunday nights, Wednesday nights over here with the DWR guys. We had a fantastic modified race that concluded before this. After the conclusion of this, I volunteer you guys to go watch everything that went on for that modified races, the iRacing I flag, green flag, back out. number 73 continues to lead this event here. That is Stephen Moore. Austin Miner's running in second, but he's got challenges from the 61 up on the time shot for the Speedway again. That is Josh Peacock. Peacock trying to move into the second. Rocky Batfield 3 wide for the 4th spot. Batfield down to the bottom.
And they're 3 wide, and I'm not sure how you fit the 3rd car in there because they were so close to share the same piece of gum off of quarter number 4. That's kind of a little gross and weird to think about.
Swap and spin, Phil. Swap and spin.
But Batfield going to slide up the racetrack. Moyer gets a little bit checked up in the 11. He gets really loose and somehow holds on to that car as the 319 of Brewer able to sneak by. Here comes Eric Eichstadt to the bottom. That is racing for position number 4, Todd, off turn 4.
Yeah, a lot of contact going on throughout the field. I've seen Rolls in the 21 making some contact back there. I've seen a couple of drivers, Moyer up into the side of the 3. That's just good hard racing. They're going 3 wide through the field here. These guys making a lot of headway coming up through. Now you see Matthew Everett getting to the side, just a little bit of Alex Cummings. But that is dirt track racing at its finest there. They're still going straight field, no yellow flag, and great racing throughout this whole field.
It certainly is. A picture from all the way from 1st all the way back to 23rd is just these guys getting every inch they possibly can. And right now, Stephen Moore leading this field of race cars up front. Josh Peacock holding on for 2nd. Hit a good batter, going on for 3rd off the 2nd turn. Backfield had a hole full of steering wheel trying to get to the low side of Austin Miners. Couldn't quite find that grip down there. That race for 5th continues to rage on back there between Eichstadt and David Brewer. They come off the corner. Brewer able to hold on, but Eric going to fire back to the low side. They race for 5th off of 2.
Yeah, Eric Eichstadt having a great race aboard the number 12 machine down to the bottom side, trying to make something happen. He was pretty confident after his practice race that he had. He won his practice race in the number 12 machine, so he's pretty confident there that he's got a good piece underneath him here tonight and able to work the bottom. And then the yellow flag going to fly here once again. That's going to slow these guys down just a tad bit.
Yeah, it does. 2nd yellow flag of the night coming out on lap number 16 and trying to give you a hand and go back to where to look. And I think you may have found our buddy Bubba back there with the number 91 who may have got a little piece of this one. Not sure if it was also including with Daniel Stifler, the number 71 car, but something definitely would have missed as I saw Tyson Pankow's car free fall through the standings. Great time for Todd to give you a BlakeNode.com full velocity replay.
Yeah, BlakeNode.com full velocity replay here is it happened between Braden Richards and the 71 of Daniel Stifler here, and that's where it all began. As Richards slips up the track, gets him loose. He tries to gather it back up, not enough time. Ron Piles goes to the outside. Doesn't realize Stifler has been hit. He was trying to correct it. Around goes Stifler hard into the outside wall. Unfortunately, when Stifler comes back, he hits the number 91 to Tyson Pankow. Pankow, wrong place, wrong time. 71 tore up, no fenders, no hood. Looks like a IMCA modified almost, Phil.
Woo! Man, IMCA modified? I don't think iRacing can handle all that goodness. I don't know. We got them UMPs out there. They don't hold a candle to that stuff. So maybe iRacing will take note of that and put these guys in some big cars, some big blocks, and let them guys dig after it.
Yes.
And really, let's do some big block modifieds out there. I want to see what the real boys are out there running up here in the Northeast. But we'll put that aside as the lights go out on top of the Knoxville Raceway. Why don't you guys take a chance after the race, go check out our buddy Jeff Brown over at iRacing iFlag. Those telemetry Women's iFlags, they do a lot of great things for you. You will no doubt get an upper hand over the competition. Check him out now at iRacingIFlag.com. And speaking of iRacing iFlag, Todd, the iRacing iFlag green flag should greet us up here on the Speedway to start lap number 19. Stephen Moore and Josh Peacock going to be our first two leading up to green.
Green flag is out. iRacing iFlag, green flag that is. Down the front straightaway, it's the 73 of Stephen Moore leading the charge. Here comes the 8 of Austin Miners down to the bottom side by side for that second spot. Here comes the number 97 of Rocky Batfield to the top shelf of the Speedway, trying to make something happen, trying to get around Austin Miners too. They enter the back straightaway.
Sure is. That's a good race going on there. Batfield trying to muscle his way in between that shoehorn of battle between Miners and Peacock for the run-up spot. Josh going to hold on. They'll stay door-to-door off at 4 for position number 3. Batfield up high. Miners down low, almost 3 wide now for second off of 2.
Yeah, great racing going on. Rocky Batfield gets a little clip, a little shove from the number 8 of Miners there off of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, Miners working over the bottom. The number 97 of Batfield running in that 4th spot, we should say, but it's not going to be short-lived there. He's going to be up to the 3rd spot here, coming off of quarter number 4, so the outside prevailing. Here comes Eric Eichstadt to the top shelf, too. He's trying to make some headway. He's trying to get up into the top 4.
Super Eric is making a dance up there in car number 12. I think he got that nice little sandwich there from from Indy a little while ago. That sandwich I was hoping to get, but I think Eric got
Oh,
it.
contact! Backfield around.
As he hits backfield, around goes Rocky in a big parking lot. Going to ensue to the third turn. Yellow flag going to no doubtably come out of the speedway again. Yellow, yellow, yellow up there in turn number 3, and it looks like it was backfield off the front end of that number 12 of Eric Eichstadt, who maybe felt a little bit supercharged there in the third turn. Got a little bit overzealous, and Rocky goes for a little bit of a tumble and got hit from all corners over there in the third turn.
Yeah, I'm thinking Eric Eichstadt thought he was clear there of the rear bumper of the number 97. Not so clear here, as we can see in the footage here on the BladeNode.com instant replay. The number 12 machine gets up into the left rear of the number 97, sending it around, causing a parking lot over there in the corner. Matthew Everett's involved in that one. Battenfield all the way back to the back of the pack of that number 97 machine, heavily damaged. Number 97, so Big Monkey not having a good night there after running inside the top 3.
Nope, not at all. And kind of looks like the monkey from Donkey Kong right now. Maybe even a monkey morphing into a gorilla back there in that 97, because
Yeah.
probably gonna be a little bit grumpy back there with that, that angry looking 97 car now. He could be no worse for the wear, but you look at the field up front. You've got Stephen Moore, where he has been this entire evening, with Josh Peacock, Austin Miners, David Brewer, now Kyle Moyer in the 11 car up to a top 5. We find Casey Brunson running in 6th. Alex Brewer up there for 7th. Barrett Bishop's working his way to 8th. Sawyer Switek running 9th. And Matt Everett's, the 06, going to round out our top 10 as lights go out around the speedway. And next time by, Todd, as we begin lap number 25, we should be going back to green flag racing. And I think it's a good time to poll our chat out there. Give us some predictions.
Yeah, I'd like to see some predictions here tonight, as the chat back's been rather quiet. I know Jason Salter wants the big blocks out there. I've seen him say that there, Phil. But we usually do a segue here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. We know you got a favorite out there. Who is it going to be here tonight? Who is it going to be here on Full Velocity Racing Network for the Sunday night shootout? You know you got a favorite out there as green flag comes out. The iRacing iFlag green flag. You got some picks, you got some time. Make sure you let us know here. We'll make sure to get the pick on the air as much as we can here. We're on lap 25 of 60, so we'll get into lap 35. You think that's fair, Phil?
I think that's fair, and I think it's fair to say the kids are probably in bed over there too, because that was a really underwhelming who's it going to be right there. But the racing definitely not underwhelming out here tonight in Knoxville, as that number 73 of Stephen Moore continues to lead the field. But they are racing on for second. Austin Miners and Josh Peacock. If Austin can find the grip down low, he was going to attempt to make a bid for the race league off of 2, but he may lose second and maybe even third. Is Peacock going to go by? They're side by side for 4th and a 3.
Yeah, the kids are definitely in bed right now, Phil, so trying to keep it a little bit toned down just a tad bit. The 73 of Stephen Moore out to the early advantage still. The number 61 machine running in that second spot. The lights went out on my cell phone, so I won't be able to keep track of that chat box, Phil. So it's going to be all up to you to make sure you let everybody know who their picks are. The 61 of Josh Peacock running in second. Third is Austin Miners. Fourth is the number 11 machine of Kyle Moyer. And fifth right now is David Brewer.
Yeah, he certainly is up there to third. That 319 David Brewer running in the 5th spot, but they head him in turn 1 and 2. And is anybody going to have anything like 73 car Stephen Morris? He's done a heck of a job here as we're approaching halfway, working lap number 28 of the 60 for this week's edition of a Sunday night shootout series from our brothers over here at Dirt Warrior Racing, doing it in a big way as they do every Sunday and every Wednesday night. I know they'll say points paying series there, Todd. I'll see if I can't scramble maybe during the next yellow flag. Update the point standings if they're posted over here anywhere, which I'm sure the Discord, they certainly are, as these guys do a fantastic job, but they are doing some good racing right now. Brewer back there, Barrett Bishop in the fight in that third car on the outside. Alex Brewer, that's a great battle going on for 6th on back on the 4.
Yeah, just looking at the 6th position, look at that 3 wide. As soon as I change the camera down there, the 3 of Barrett Bishop down to the bottom side here, trying to make something work. The 010 Casey Brunson, then the 1 of Alex Brewer. As I look at Barrett Bishop, 3 for Dale through that corner. He got by 3 cars through 1 corner there, Phil, that number 3 machine.
That's a pretty good move right there for the 3 car. We know Barrett's fast. That's no surprise at all. That's a big move. The 3 car now going to race his way up into the ranks of the top 5 off the 4th turn. And I'm just waiting, Todd, for somebody to maybe run down that 73 of Stephen Moore. Peacock definitely in for 61 as the 8 of Miners. We have trouble over in 1 and 2. Yellow flag going to come out of the speedway. When I hear Todd yellow, I know it's probably a doozy over there in that first and second turn. Yellow flag for the fourth time, just as we hit the halfway mark tonight here in Knoxville. And I'm sure it was good, Todd, if it got you exclaiming like that. And why don't you go back there and try to take a quick look at it. Show us our BladeNote.com Full Velocity Racing Network replay.
I thought it was going to be worse than it was there, Phil, but I tell you, it still was some pretty heavy contact over there in the corner. It is Matthew Evers in that 06 machine, and he comes down into the corner. He sails it down in. Looks like he makes it. He tries to get out of the throttle and not take the 67. A good gentleman move, and he gets pile drive by the 21 machine, the 13 or the 631 of Alex Cummings. A lot of cars involved in that one. Unfortunately, Braden Richards, the 012 machine. Not a lot of. I thought they were going to go upside down, Phil. I thought they were going to climb the wall here at Knoxville and exit the park. With how hard they hit that wall, but he's able to keep it down on all fours for the most part.
Yeah, it was a tough break there, so I'm going to keep it down on the racetrack and fire away. There's Matt Everett in the 06, putting us under the yellow flag here live on your source for esports racing, the Full Velocity Racing Network. And I'm taking a quick peek over here at the points there, Todd. I think I need a telescope to blow this up, but I think I can definitely read that. Alex Brewer comes in tonight as our series points leader. Jason Salter's second of the points, so he'll take a hit. Could not Jason out there in chat and not out there on the racetrack. Third, we find Austin Miners. Fourth is Daniel Stifler, and Stephen Moore, the race leader, currently rounds out the top five in the point standings with Derek Dupree, Caleb Ramsey, Jim Revis, Casey Brunson, and Josh Peacock. That's your top 10 of the standings. I give you the numbers, Todd, but unfortunately, with the small screen I got, I just can't read the numbers.
That's fine there, Phil. It's rather difficult sometimes to try to see some of those numbers on Discord, as you got to blow it up, and even if you blow it up, sometimes it's even worse to do. We'll work on getting the point standing widgets out here for the Full Velocity Racing Network once again. We do have that at our disposal, looking for a full-time sponsor for the point standing. So as green flag comes back out, the iRacing iFlag green flag. Number 73 is Stephen Moore leading the charge. But look at Austin Miners way down to the bottom, 3 wide here, battling all the way through the field there, Phil. Man, what a race.
Yeah, they are. It's 3 wide up here for third. It's 3 wide back here for sixth. And I don't know which one to call. I see Jim Revis starting to flex some muscle in the middle part of the field. He's in the middle or the bottom part of a 3 wide sandwich off the fourth turn for about 6th or 7th on back. We're racing up here for second with Austin Miners. Josh Peacock is there, and also that fourth car there is that Caleb Ramsey in the 13, making it happen there through the middle of the racetrack. But Stephen Moore continues to lead. We hit turn number 3. Look at this 3 wide battle for 5th on back there.
Yeah, great battle going on there. Jim Revis, Rocky Battenfield. Oh, contact, sort of Swiatek around the 67 machine. Looks like a little bit of contact between the 67 and the 97. I think they're going to stay clean and green there, Phil. I don't see a yellow flag coming out.
No, but I think the 67's front end maybe a little bit crumpled because somebody went over the front of that car, did a little bit wheelie over there, somehow kept that thing rolling. And we stay green now on lap number 37, racing for the lead in the turn number 3. Stephen Moore, Austin Miners, and Josh Peacock. There'll be 3 wide. Who's going to get fried there? Coming off of 4 down the front chute into turn number 1. Moore able to hold on, but for how long? Peacock to the low side. Door to door for the lead off 2.
And side by side off of turn number 2, down the back straight away. Look at Peacock back down to the bottom side. Going to pull maybe a slider on the 73. You know they're teammates, so he may be a little bit more gentle on him, but he's going to take over the lead from the 73 of Stephen Moore. It is the 61 of Josh Peacock to the lead.
Gentle teammates. Maybe we should take notes on that one. It's these guys getting after it. A good 3-car race for the race lead. Peacock able to hold on more like a rocket, strapped to his back, shoots through the middle. He's going to make a bid for the lead here in the race, racing for turn number 3. More to the low side, going to slide up the hill. Does Peacock slide on back? Well, you know, we're going to keep throwing this sliders tonight in Knoxville. Peacock going to put himself back to the front as a hit 1.
Yeah, they didn't get the memo. There's no gentle between those guys. Yeah, they may not be running into each other, but they're pulling sliders on one another. That's racing right there. They don't care if they're teammates. Peacock out to the lead again. The 73 running in that second spot is Stephen Moore. Third is the Austin Miners. Aboard that number 8 machine, David Brewer up to 4th, Kyle Moyer in 5th. Jim Remis starting to come out through the field. That's a pretty good notable there, Phil. He's already up to the 9th position at 21.
Yeah, he's got that thing working. I've been keeping an eye on the progress of that car all night long, and Jim Revis up there mixing it up. Rocky Battenfield trying to make his way back through as themselves, and Barrett Bishop, Casey Brunson, those guys are going at it. It's just a straight up war back there. We're about 7th on back, almost 4 wide this time, off of 4. with that great picture there. And I can give you an update, Todd, from the Facebook Live chat. Mr. Salter out there as we went down the point standings running, him being second, him not being here. Well, the old-fashioned, he says, it sucks to suck. That work thing sometimes, it can completely ruin the hobby we got at racing. That sucks.
Yeah, definitely. Another guy that's on the move, Phil, he was involved in an incident there. Rocky Battenfield aboard that number 97 machine, pulling another slider there on the 21 of Jim Revis and the 010. Battenfield coming up through the field rather quickly here as he's already up battling there with the number 3 machine. That is Bear Bishop. That's for 6th, Phil. He started back all the way back in the 25th position on that last restart.
Yeah, and he is starting to dig his way through the field. And we are racing for the 3rd spot here in the 3. Black car out of the bottom just gave a shove to Austin Miners. I believe that's David Brewer down low, the 319 running up there. Or is that Joshua Ely? Where did Joshua Ely come from? The double knot 9. He's up there racing in the ranks of the top 4. So that double knot 9 really making something happen in the turn number 3. Josh Ely now. First time we call his name on the top 5. He's racing for 3rd with Austin Miners off of 4.
Yeah, great racing going on, and look at the battle going on for the top spot again. Here comes the 73 of Moore to the top shelf of the Speedway. He's starting to get something up there. He's falling up alongside the 61 of Josh Peacock. Another battle for the lead. Joshua Ely up to that 3rd spot.
If there's a guy who's just sneaking us here tonight, it's Joshua Ely running that 3rd spot, racing through turns for 3 and 4. Really got that car handling well up top right now as he may make a bid for the race lead down to these guys who battle it out. Peacock down to the inside of Stephen Moore off of turn number 2. And look at that battle behind the double knot 9. 3 wide back there. Backfield back there. Austin Miners, Barrett Bishop in a gaggle and a wad of cars with Casey Brunson in there. David Brewer. Who was going to come out of that battle for 5th? That's not racing for Linton. That's racing for a top 5. That shows the pride that comes in here to a good solid finish for DWR every week.
And Rocky Battenfield inside the top 5 there. The number 97 machine now goes to work on the number 8 of Austin Miners for 4th. As Battenfield has a pretty good piece underneath that number 97 machine after contact earlier in the race, but good battle going on for the top spot still. The 61 digging out the bottom, the 73 up on the top shelf, both H&L cars. The number 009 of Joshua Ely running in the 3rd spot. Like you said, where did he come from, Phil? I'm not sure where he actually started there throughout the field, but doing a fantastic job. A little bit of contact. The yellow flag going to fly here with 13 to go.
Yeah, 13 to go. From 17th to 3rd is that double knot 9, and Joshua Ely having a hell of a run here.
He had a pit stop too, Phil.
And he even had a pit stop earlier on here tonight too. So yellow flag going to greet us out to the Speedway on lap number 48. So we're down to a dirty dozen here tonight live on the Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for esports racing. And I'll let Todd have the spotlight here in a second with a BladeNo.com full velocity replay. And I ain't exactly sure where it came from here, Todd, but I'm going to suspect, was Kyle Moyer involved in the contact here? Just a guess.
I believe it was Kyle Moyer. As we were giving a little bit of spotlight to Windows there. As Windows, for all your shopping needs there, Windows comes up. You can make sure you look and you can shop around there. Great little widget that you have there on Windows 10. So Windows did come up there momentarily. Got to give them a little bit of spotlight here on Full Velocity Racing Network. Not like we're good enough here for Microsoft. So you don't like Windows 10, I know, Phil.
No, Windows, Apple, keep all that stuff. But what do you got for replay?
Well, we're looking through, trying to find the replay. Nothing so far, Phil, so we're going to go back to work.
All right, we'll let Todd work down there, and I believe, I see Matt Everett's back there. I see Rage and Ron back there in the 68. Braden Richards back there. So maybe somewhere jumping up that mess back there, we may find something to show with a full velocity replay. Todd says he's got it. What do you got?
That pesky Windows just messed me up here, but it is the number 68 of Raging Ron Piles. Hopefully he's not raging over that one. I mean, he tough break for the number 68 machine. And a slider pulled on him, trying to go back down the track. Alex Brewer was there and clocks the inside wall there. Number 68 of Raging Ron Piles around in a knot. He's going to have to come down on pit road. He did have a lengthy pit stop there of 17.9 seconds, so a little bit lengthier than probably he wanted to be, because usually when you go down the pit road, it means you have a flat tire, something broken. Hopefully they fixed all that.
Yeah, that's our buddy Rage and Ron, our broadcast colleague, co-owner of the Full Velocity Racing Network aboard car number 68. But he's a Patriots fan. He can take that broken race car and shove it. And we'll talk about that in football land later on. But off of number 4, the iRacing.com page truck going to make its way onto pit road and greeted by the the iRacing I-Flag green flag on lap number 52, and in turn number 1, Stephen Moore going to reassume the race lead. But for how long? Because here comes Peacock, Miners, and the rest of the crew. 3 wide for the lead off 2.
What a great race going on here. DWR, man, what a show here for Sunday Night Shootout. Peacock now to the race lead in that 61 machine. Here comes Ely down to the bottom side by side for that second spot. Now Ely trying to get the advantage there, trying to pull up alongside the 61, not able to do so. Down here into corner number 3, 4 wide, 5 wide through the corner.
And can you fit them 5 wide in a street stock? Well, absolutely you can, because who does this better than the guys at DWR every week? And right now, Josh Peacock.
Oh, trouble, Revis upside down.
Contact, and we've got a turtle over there in the back chute, heading into turn number 3. Caution flag going to come on the speedway. And the Evil One may have us got a really, really not so good distinction there, Todd. Jim Revis, I did see upside down, maybe the spotlight here in our next BlakeNote.com full velocity replay.
Definitely is a spotlight, not the type of spotlight Jim Revis wants. The Evil One here, a little bit of contact. Looks like he's coming up track. I don't think he realized that Bronson was there. The 010 we have. Oh man, he made lots of contact for the 21. So we have a turtle for the 21. Jim Revis, the TDR Racing Turtle, TDR-racing.net, Turtle. Here, the first one, actually the second of the evening, first one here tonight. Let's see if Brunson was upside down. We're going to see Brunson here. 010, is he, can we call a half he had Turtle too. Turtle number 2, TDR-racing.net, the Turtle sponsor. So tough break for both those drivers.
I was hoping for a whole turtle there, because there's no half a turtle. What do you call half a turtle?
A leaner.
I love it. I can't, Todd. You take the call from the green. I can't.
Just showing the instant replay just a little bit more there. Again, unfortunate for Jim Revis and Casey Brunson. Those cars down on pit road. A lot of damage to them. But I'm going to tell you, we're going to have probably about 4 laps to go here. Lights are extinguished. Stop.iracing.com. Pace truck. Safety truck for that matter. So we're going to have 4 to go here, or 3 to go when we get the green flag. I'm not 100% positive here. Trying to go through the widgets here, and I think it's going to be 4 to go here when we get back to green flag racing. So it's going to be rather interesting here. This is where you're going to start seeing these guys make some haymakers and throw some haymakers and do whatever. Who's going to land it, though, and going to be able to take down the victory here in Sunday Night Shootout. We got about 4 short circuits here left here at Knoxville Speedway. Hopefully no more yellow flags. They're gone. Turtles are gone. The leaders are gone. Rear restack, repack, green flag back in the air. iRacing, I-Flag, the proud sponsor of our green flag, is we're down across that start finish line. 4 laps remain, and Peacock lead the charge.
Somehow I picked up myself off the floor and wiped the tears from my eyes as we race off of turn number 2. Josh Peacock going to race away there with this battle for second. Ely in alongside of Stephen Moore racing for second into turn number 3. And where did Rocky Battenfield come from in that 97? He is now up to 4th. He may look for more, but they are racing Moore and Ely. They race for second. Peacock going to lead the field in a turn 1.
Yeah, guys driving up through the wall there. A little bit more contact there. The 97 up into the number 8 of 009 is yellow flag going to fly here. We have wrecks all over the speedway here. There's a lot of contact going on here. Not sure who had what position.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but we're going to be racing for the win off of turn number 4, because this time we're going to get 2 to go. So this may be it. At the line, I think Josh Peacock by a nose over Stephen Moore, Rocky Batfield, Josh Ely, David Brewer across the line 5th. With Barrett Bishop, Austin Miners, Eric Eichstadt, Daniel Stifler, and Alex Brewer unofficially going to make up our top 10. So, unfortunately, it looks like, Todd, this one going to end under the yellow flag. But this one here, this replay could be a little bit more spectacular because these guys are really, really getting into it in turn 1 and 2. Show us what happened.
Yeah, it just, the guy's getting up into the wall there. We have the 11 Kyle Moyer. He went upside down, landed on his wheels. He didn't want to be a turtle. Then Ron Piles gets turned around by Sawyer. There, backs it into the wall here on the back straightaway. It wasn't a huge yellow flag. I think I would have kept a green flag racing there as the 11 landed back on his wheels, happy to let him go, and Ron Piles kept going. So I would have kept a green flag, but they threw the yellow flag here, and unfortunately that's what iRacing does here sometimes. Sometimes it holds the need to throw that yellow flag, and sometimes it don't.
Sometimes it don't, but hey, I give it to Moyer right there because that's a full send, and if you're going to send it, you've got to send it full. He did right there, upside down and back on his wheels, grab a gear and get going. But off of turn number 4, Racing going to be getting going here as well, as a yellow flag with the checkered flag going to come out. Joshua Peacock going to pick up the win this week in Knoxville. And the number 61, Stephen Moore, will roll in for second. Rocky Batfield third. Joshua Ely from fourth. And Bear Bishop somehow survives it. He gets a 3-car home with a good solid top 5 run. But unfortunately, Todd, this one ends under yellow. But don't take away the spirit of what this racing was. This race was fantastic.
Yeah, definitely a great race here at Knoxville, and man, this always bodes well for this Knoxville Raceway and the street stocks and the challenge of guys that they have here, the talented guys, I should say. Is I've got to race with DWR. I know how talented they are, truly. These guys are the best of the best street stock racers in the sim racing community, I have to say. Everybody that races the Shootout and the DWR Wednesday night street fights, those guys are the best of the best. It's just open setups. It's not easy. Just look at the guys, how they came through the field, like Rocky Batfield. I mean, Jim Revis was coming through the field in that 21 machine. Eric Eichstead. There is so many names. Josh Peacock and Stephen Moore, the H&L guys. Those guys are at the top of their game right now. I mean, Joshua Ely, like, kind of where did he come from? Daniel Stifler finishing 9th, Phil. I mean, there was a lot of good drivers coming through the field. You can't forget the Har Motorsports guys of the 68 and the 124 rolls. Those guys do a fantastic job. David Brewer, Austin Myers, all the guys here. I should say all of them. I can't mention all you guys. Unfortunately, I'd be here for hours. Everybody is racing DWR, but man, you guys put on a whale of a show. Kudos to you guys.
Well said, and I could not agree more, Todd, and we'll get ready to rock here and talk to, hopefully, our top 3 here in the post-race show over to the DWR Discord. We'll be back here live in about 30 seconds as we're ready to rock here. Over there, stay tuned, your source for esports racing. Post-race show coming up next. All right, back here live at your source for esports racing, the Full Velocity Racing Network from Knoxville tonight. Sunday night shootout series for DWR, just getting its conclusion with Josh Peacock picking up the win over Stephen Moore. And my guest now, I say our broadcast colleague and good buddy of ours, the old big monkey Rocky Batfield, somehow ends up in the 3rd spot. And Rocky, you had one heck of a night. That car was tore up sideways, almost upside down. The fenders all beat off on all 4 corners. How the heck did you rally back to 3rd, man? What a heck of a run.
Oh, I tell you what, man, I had a really, really good car tonight. I'm not even sure who tapped me, but it didn't feel like it was hard, but it just snapped me around and sent me to the back. And I tell you what, this 3rd place feels just about as good as any win I've ever had. I really drove it hard and felt like I probably had the best car tonight.
If it wasn't the best, it was arguably one of the best, because you certainly had a good piece. You and I saw Ely come up there through there at 009. He came from like 21st tonight to finish up in the top 5, so he had a heck of a run too. But your car really came back to the field after that wreck. And I mean, you guys had to drive it hard all night long. Normally 2-wide battles, a lot of 3-wide battling. How are you feeling after a race like that? You're excited with a top 3 run, but God, that had to be fun mixing up those guys. That looked to me such a joy out there. It was such much fun for us to watch. What was it like behind the wheel?
I tell you what, I mean, it's great to have the guys at DWR that you can put at 3 and sometimes 4 wide and survive the corner of the straightaway. I know there was a lot of lifting and guys just driving with their heads, and I was driving a lot with my foot, but I was trying not to put anybody in any bad spot.
Well, Rocky, you did a heck of a job here tonight, rebounding from what could have been disaster up to a top 3 finish. So you've done this gig a time or 2 before. I'm going to give you the mic one more time live tonight on Full Velocity Network with Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch TV. So I give you the floor one more time, my old friend, and I take the floor away. Thank you. I would like to thank the cut. Yeah.
First and foremost, I want to thank DWR for hosting this league. I love running here. Do it every time I get the chance. I'd like to thank you guys for broadcasting this. I love you guys. And my boys over at VLR, Schaefer Specialized Lubricants, WR1 Chassis, Supermoon Graphics, Jim Emery. You guys need a paint, go talk to Jim. Does great work. And my boy Kevin Deadman at Dirty Grass Soul.
There you got it right there. That Dirty Grass Soul is pretty dang good too. I checked that out. Rocky Batfield, ladies and gentlemen, finishing up third here tonight in Knoxville. Let him go down there because I know he's a guy who's always super busy over there with a whole bunch to do. We'll let him get back to it. We'll walk down here and talk to a driver of the 73 car who led a lot of this race early, but somehow, some way, comes home with a solid second place run, Mr. Stephen Moore. And Stephen, you had a heck of a battle up there tonight, trying to hold off Peacock for the lead. Miners was up there, Ely. God, that was fun to watch them at top three positions. How was that car, man? That looked to be flawless.
Oh yeah, my car was rolling there on the top side. I could probably run it at the bottom there, but me and Josh were kind of running side by side there for a good 10 laps in the middle of the race there, and he pretty much seemed pretty even with me, and yeah, it was a good race.
And you guys really put on a show up front, I got to say. It's good to have good, clean drivers up front, some teammates up front to work with. It really takes all the work you guys put into these setups night after night, really makes it come to life. You got to come out of a night like this. Even though you led most of the laps, to finish up second, you got to be so accomplished after a night like
Oh yeah, me and Josh were just talking. We are glad that we placed 1-2. Congrats to Josh there; he deserves it. And yeah, I felt I had a car to beat, but kind of screwed up there on one of those last restarts, and Josh made a clean pass. And yeah, I'm stoked on the second.
Oh, we're stoked for you, too. That was so much fun to watch. You guys throwing sliders back and forth all night long really made this event so much fun for us, Stephen Moore. And I'm going to give you the mic one final time here tonight on the podium. Full Velocity Racing Network live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch TV. So driver number 73, Stephen Moore, take the floor from me. Thank you. I'd like to thank you, got you here, and congratulations once again for that runner-up finish.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Yeah, I'd like to thank my sponsors, Raise Electronics, Tech Weld. Definitely like to thank you guys at Full Velocity for the broadcast and all you guys do. Definitely got to thank Jim, Eric, and Jason over at DWR for putting on all the series that they do. And definitely my teammates at H&L. Definitely Josh, congrats on the win, buddy. You deserve it. And all my friends and family that support my racing. Thanks a lot, guys.
Yeah, all couldn't be done. We're all about all of them. Well, there you have it, folks. So I'm down here just outside of Victory Lane. I know he was making his way down here to salute his teammate and buddy Josh at Victory Lane. Stephen Moore going to finish up second tonight here in Knoxville. So we have talked to third. We have talked to second. One more left to do, and that is talk to the race winner, Josh Peacock at Victory Lane. What our very own Todd Stan.
Finally down here in Victory Lane with driver of the number 61, Josh Peacock. I know he's been trying to get down here in Victory Lane. Finally down here at Knoxville Raceway. A great battle going on with your H&L teammate there, Josh. Fantastic race here tonight, all in all. So tell us about your race, and, man, how was it to battle with your teammate like that?
Oh, man, it was a race. You know, me and Steven raced against each other quite often. And there at the beginning, I didn't think I had anything for him. It was all I could to keep up. Yeah, it was definitely a race. It was a workout.
Yeah, definitely a workout. 60 laps, not an easy challenge here in Knoxville there, Josh. But finally to take down a victory here at DWR Sunday Night Shootout. And finally, I know you've had a lot of trials and tributes here. Been sick, real sick here a couple weeks ago here. And was running under the weather. Been under the weather, been here, there, and everywhere. But able to take down a victory here tonight. How much does that mean to you?
Oh, it means a lot, man. I mean, running against these guys, I mean, he's arguably the best street stock drivers you're going to see on the service. It feels great to win.
Well, Josh, as we're accustomed to here on Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for eSport racing, we're going to give you the microphone. The floor is all yours. Thank you. We'd like to thank you tonight, buddy.
Well, first off, I'd like to thank DWR, Jim, Jason, Eric, putting this series on. I'd like to thank you guys, broadcasters, putting it on the webs. Everybody can watch it. And also, I'd like to thank my teammates, especially Stephen Moore. He helped me out with the setup on this car. And like I said, I didn't think I had anything for him, but it was all on him. He gave me the setup, and this thing was rolling.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it from the BladeNote.com. Victory Lane Simple Web Solutions powered by Nerds. The H&L driver, number 61, Josh Peacock, taking down the victory here at the Knoxville Raceway DWR Sunday Night Shootout. Fantastic race between his two teammates there. Fantastic race for Rocky Battenfield coming up through the field there, Phil. I mean, there was a lot of guys. There was a lot of comers and goers here this evening. And, man, what a race here. 2 shows back-to-back here with DWR. The first was the Modifieds. That was a great show. And then here with the Street Stocks, always a great show.
And I will fly this DWR banner proudly because I tell you what, pound for pound, the absolute best dirt league there is out there. You can't duplicate this magic night after night. These guys replicate it week after week, night after night. Hats off to these guys at DWR. And thanks so much to all they do for us. Jim Revis, Jason Salter, Eric Eichstadt. These guys are great partners of ours, and we look forward to doing these shows with these guys. Double headers right now on Sunday nights, Wednesday night street fights coming up later on in the week. So that's going to make for an awesome week of racing. What can't be done without all of you guys out there watching, of course, on Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. Special thanks to all our sponsors out there as well. Hannibal Record Service, iRacing, iFlag, BladeNode.com, Montstar Productions. Also going to thank likes of TDR Racing League, Hard Motorsports, Full Throttle with the Jet over on YouTube, our buddy Brendan, and also Evil One Graphics, Jim Revis, all the great work he does as well. For Jack Truin, Ron Piles, and my partner Todd Stanton, and everybody that makes up the group here at the Full Velocity Racing Network, Phil the Cast here. We're going to sign off. Hope you guys enjoyed it as much as we did on your source for esports racing, the Full Velocity Racing Network. We'll see you live back here tomorrow night. Big triple header in store. Have a good evening, everybody.
Good night.